I should have given up, I suppose, after the goat. He was not a regular goat. He was more part goat, part rhinoceros, about the size of a small horse, but with devil horns. He looked out on the world with spooky yellow eyes and smelled like, well, I do not have the words to say. My little brother Mark bought him at the sprawling trade day in Collinsville, Alabama for $75. I would have given him $100 not to. The first thing the creature did after coming into our possession was butt the side of my truck. You have to be one terror of a goat to assault a Ford. His name, my little brother said, was Ramrod. Why would you buy such a thing? I asked my brother. He told me he planned to purchase a bunch of nanny goats to get with Ramrod, after whatever courtship it was that goats required. Ramrod would beget little Ramrods who would beget more, till the whole world was covered in ill-tempered mutant goats. I think sometimes we did not love that boy enough. Ramrod moved into his new home in a beautiful mountain pasture in northeastern Alabama, and, first thing, butted heads with my mother's equally ill-tempered donkey, Buckaroo. Buck staggered a few steps and his head wobbled drunkenly from side to side. But he did not fall unconscious. This, in Buck's mind, constituted a victory, and he trotted off, snorting and blowing, like he was somebody. My point is, Ramrod was a goat not to be messed with. Later that year, I was fishing with my brothers in the stock pond in that same pasture. The water was mostly clear, and you could see the brim in the shallows and the dark shapes of bass in the deeper end. For a change, even I was catching fish, and pulled in a few nice little bass. My cast, to me, was immaculate. My aim perfect, my mechanics sound, especially for the clunky crankbait I was throwing. But I'm not getting much distance, I complained to my big brother Sam. It's fine, he said, and with an easy flick of his wrist sent a black rubber worm sailing beyond my best cast of the day. I decided to put a little more mustard on it. I let my lure dangle about 1.5 feet from the tip of the rod, reared back, torqued, and started forward with a powerful heave, and hooked Ramrod, who had crept up behind me to do me some kind of grievous harm, right between his horns. Ramrod, who for perhaps the first time in his long life seemed unsure of what to do, took off running. My drag, which was not set for a goat of any size, sang. Sam, who has never been too surprised by anything in his whole laconic, irritating life, gazed at the retreating goat as if this were a thing he witnessed every single day. Can't remember if that was a 10-pound test I put on that bait caster, he said, as if it made a difference. You can't catch no fish with heavy line. They can see it. And he made another cast. The goat ran on. I considered briefly just standing my ground and trying to reel him in, to play him like a great tarpon or a marlin. Instead, I began to run parallel with him, reeling in the slack as I did, as I have seen great anglers do with giant fish on the TV. I guess I thought I could eventually get close enough to reach out and snatch the hook out of his head. I truly did not want to hurt him. That was foolish, of course. You could not hurt Ramrod with a hammer or a hand grenade. As it turned out, the point of the hook, not even to the barb, had snagged in the bony base of one horn, and the crankbait jangled atop his head. He was not wounded. He was just mad. He quit running about the time I ran out of line, and my little brother, who had a sort of telepathic bond with the creature, calmly walked over and pulled the hook free while the goat stood there like a pet. Then he and the goat both gave me a dirty look, as if hooking him was something I woke up that morning intending to do.